This is why we absolutely need to take to the streets. Like, we absolutely have to take to the streets. Come to my protest, December 15th, Yonge and Dundas Square, 2 p.m. Right? If you're here in Toronto or near Toronto, Yonge and Dundas Square, 2 p.m., December 15th. We've got to start building a mass movement that takes to the streets and surrounds the halls of power. We have no other options, right? They're not listening to us. They don't care about us. They don't even care about their own children. Like, they don't even care about their own children. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. Like, I think that part of what is happening is that people do not respect how fucking shitty and terrible it's going to get. They don't respect the overwhelming power of the planet and the universe. Okay? People think, well, we'll just transition. Oh yeah, we'll just transition and we'll create a technological solution. Yeah, humans we'll put an air conditioner in. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take an air conditioner and we're gonna put it in there. And then we can have a solar panel, and the solar panel will have the air conditioner. So yeah, it'll get a little hotter, but we'll have the air conditioner and everything will be completely fine. The heat of the sun is going to roast this place so powerfully that the air itself will not be breathable. We will pass out if there is mercy. The air conditioners will blow up because they will be trying so hard to contend with the overwhelming power of the ceaseless, never-ending sun, and they will explode. Good. I'm glad I'm scaring you. Be scared. I don't get this. Why are we acting like this isn't a fucking crisis? Lytton burnt to the ground. It burnt to the ground so quickly that they couldn't get the fire trucks out of the fire hall. When the sun unleashes the wildfires in our cities, your walls will melt. Your bones will burn. You will turn on water taps, seeking to get cool water, and the water that comes out of the taps will be boiled. This is what is coming, and the Kens and the Karens think they can negotiate with it. I hope you're scared. Be scared. We are not even close to respectful enough of this planet and this universe, and it will turn against us. It will throw us off this plane of existence, and it will forget us, and then return to the garden it wants to be in the first fucking place. I'm done with these Kens and these Karens. I'm done with these assholes walking around pretending like you can negotiate with the fucking sun. No, you can't. Have some fucking respect. Humble yourself. Rebel. Revolt. Repent. And if you're walking around thinking it can't happen to you, fucking look at what happened to Lytton. That's the warning shot across the bow. Stop fucking polluting. Stop. David Suzuki said that we're going to start blowing up infrastructure, even though his own foundation condemned him for it. And as that begins, I'm going to report on those people like they're fucking heroes. The people who are sacrificing their lives as we imprison them for attempting to save the human race from itself in this mass hysteria. I will report on every single one of those people as if they are goddamned heroes. And I will continue to report on these fucking liberals and conservatives and more the NDP as if they are fucking Nazis. We have made an enemy of the sun itself. We cannot win this war. We will lose. Be afraid. Fear the power of the unrelenting, unforgiving universe. Humble yourselves. Repent. We're so goddamn stupid. We're just a bunch of scared little monkeys. We don't know what to do. And we're caught in this hysteria. And it is a hysteria. That should we actually snap out of this, and we will look back on this period of time, and we will say that this was a mass hysteria. That the scared little monkeys stumbled upon a new technology, a new fuel source, a new toy for us to play with. And that toy is oil. And we began interacting with it and playing with it, and we saw that it could give us superpowers. And so we lost our minds about it. Everything became about the superpowers. Look at the things that we have achieved. Look at the superpowers that we have granted ourselves. We can travel vast distances in incredibly short periods of times. We can fly. We can fly. We can open up communicative portals and communicate face to face with one another through vast distances. We can create light. We have superpowers. And in our manic, hysteria to plumb the depths of the potential of these superpowers, we have lost sight completely of the fact that there are rules. There are rules to this place. And what's kind of beautiful about it is that if we work within those rules, it appears that there is no limit to our potential, to our evolution, to our growth, so long as we maintain the balance with the rules that exist. That the universe wants to be our partner. It doesn't want to be pushed around and used. It doesn't want to be a tool. It doesn't want to be objectified. It wants to be our peer. It wants to be a partner. It wants to work with us. Why else would there be rules? And we are going to have to go into a period of decline. We're going to have to stop. We have to stop. But when we stop, we should do so with the full awareness and the full knowledge that we can get back here again. That this very brief moment, we've only had oil for 300 years? Very short period of time. And the oil's going to run out. Very short period of time. Like monumentally tiny in the grand scheme of the universe and the human species even. And in this short period of time, we have had a complete and total revolution of what is possible. And as we go into this decline, we should do so knowing that it is possible to get here again and to continue moving forward. That the positive spin on our period of time with oil is that it was the spark of our creative imagination that led us to create wonders beyond comprehension. That even a person 200 years in the past would believe that we are wizards with the capabilities we have today. And in 100, 200 years from now, it will be incomprehensible to us. But not if we keep burning this fucking oil. Not if we keep burning this fucking oil. And what are the things that are polluting? Number one, war. In no more department have we gotten more extravagant. In no department have we gotten more extravagant than in war. We love war. The United States military alone is the number one producer of pollution on the planet. By a wide margin. And no one is even willing to confront it. No one is even willing to force them to be included in any of the talks that we are having. The Paris Accord, the Kyoto Accord, right? This COP26 bullshit. No one is willing to force the United States military into the conversation at all. And we're doing extremely dumb things. Bitcoin requires the same amount of energy consumption as the country of Argentina. Ethereum which is the backbone of the non-fungible tokens, literally just digital farts and art, requires the same amount of energy consumption as the country of Ireland. Like, that's fundamentally stupid. That is the sign of a mass hysteria. That when the Salem witch trials happened, and people were walking around grabbing young women and accusing them of being witches and executing them for witchcraft, they were caught up in a hysteria. And after the trials were over, many people wrote about the experience of the hysteria that they had and lamented their actions, saying that they understand now that they were caught in a hysteria. Well, the same thing is happening here. Only instead of us walking around being like, who's a witch? Let's find the witches. Instead of that, it's no less supernatural. We're caught up in this hysteria of what's the next superpower. What's the next superpower, right? We can fly. Look, we've got devices that contain all of human knowledge that you can hold in your hands. I can take a picture of anything I want at any moment. I can record anything I want, and I can send these images and these voices in real time across the planet like that in a moment. And the pursuit is always, what's the next superpower? How can we expand ourselves? We can fly into space, for God's sakes. And nobody at any point is stopping and saying, hey, are these superpowers killing us, do you think? Do you think the narratives of like, oh yes, it's a great and powerful gift, but it also bears a curse? Do you think those narratives come into play? Do you think maybe we should heed those warnings, perhaps? And it just doesn't need to go down like this. Like, it super doesn't. We are going to have to make sacrifices. But the sacrifices that we're going to make are not going to be like our lives. We're not going to throw ourselves into a World War II effort against Adolf Hitler like our grandparents did. We're not going to have to sacrifice like any of that. We literally are going to sacrifice our toys. We're going to have slightly less superpowers for a period of time. Like that's really what we're talking about. Like, we're not sacrificing even like our creature comforts. No one's suggesting that we do this, that we turn off the heat. What we're suggesting is that we rein in the superpowers a little bit. That we regulate the superpowers a little bit until we're sure that they're not going to literally destroy the planet. We gotta snap out of this. Like, we've gotta snap out of this. This is a mass hysteria. It's not about waking up. It's not about the woke crowd. It's about snapping out of it. It's about seeing basic reason, basic sense, basic survivalism. Like survivalism 101. Don't destroy and pollute your ecosystem. Like fucking literally Captain Planet shit. Basics. Fundamentals. And more than any of that, I think that we can do it. That's the thing that I think is hopeful about all of this is that we can do it. We can launch the war effort. We can talk about things in terms of sacrifice. We can talk about things in terms, we can say to the right wing, it's time to mount a war effort, and we need your heroic participation to sacrifice for kin and country. And they will. And they will.